Hey everyone, Leo Dutil with L&J Dutil Insurance here. Hope you're doing well. The annual enrollment period for Medicare for 2026 has officially begun, and so I'm sure some of you have some questions. There are a few changes happening for 2026 next year, so thought I'd make a quick video, share what we know in regards to what's changing for 2026, and just to keep you guys in the loop. So without further ado, here we go. All right, so first let's talk about Medicare Part B, a couple changes that are happening for 2026. The first is the premium, monthly premium for Medicare Part B is increasing to $206.50 a month. So $206.50 a month will be the premium for 2026. Now, that it is possible that you may pay more than that or less than that depending on your income. Okay, if you paid more than the average income, it's based on the year 2024. So depending on what you did in 2024, if you brought in more income in 2024, then it's possible that that rate may be a little bit higher for you. If you made less than the average income in 2024, then it is possible that you could actually receive some help on your Part B premium, but you'd have to go to Medicare Savings Program, okay, for your state. So if you just Google Medicare Savings Program and then you put your state after it, you'll be able to find some information about that and whether you may qualify for some help with your Part B premium. But otherwise, the standard premium for Medicare Part B 2026 is $206.50 a month. The second change that's happening for Medicare Part B is the annual deductible is also increasing slightly. Okay, so last year for 2025, the annual deductible was $257. For 2026, that annual deductible is increasing to $288. So it's $30 more, which in the grand scheme of an entire year isn't really a whole lot more, but it is an increase compared to 2025. But those are your two changes for Medicare Part B happening in 2026. All right, so one of the biggest changes that we are seeing for 2026 is in regards to Medicare Advantage plans. In fact, it's estimated that 1 million Americans are going to be losing their Medicare Advantage plans for 2026 because their plans are being discontinued. So if you are currently on a Medicare Advantage plan, there is a real chance that your plan is being discontinued, and you'll need to take steps to make sure that you have some coverage for 2026. Okay, so how Medicare Advantage plans work is it's based on contracts that the insurance companies have with Medicare. And so each year companies make decisions on whether they want to keep those plans or drop those plans or change those plans. It goes the same thing with Part D, okay, which we'll get to in a few minutes. But many insurance companies are actually scaling back on the amount of Medicare Advantage plans that they are offering for 2026. Okay, now this happens every year, but for 2026, more companies are deciding to scale back, leaving many without Medicare Advantage plans or without any coverage at all. Okay, so you definitely want to watch out for your annual notice of change, okay, which you will be getting in the mail from your insurance company. It'll notify you of what changes are happening to your plan, if any, if it's being discontinued. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Some insurance companies, if they offer a similar Medicare Advantage plan, then they may just automatically renew you for that other plan. But for most companies, they don't have a similar plan for 2026. So you definitely want to keep an eye out for it. Double check, make sure that your coverage is continuing because many Americans are losing their coverage for Medicare Advantage plans. In fact, there are some states that will only have a handful, not even a handful. There's some states that will only have like one or two options for Medicare Advantage plans. And there are even some zip codes in those states that do not have any option for Medicare Advantage plans. So definitely keep an eye out for that notice and definitely want to take a look into it a little more in depth if you have a Medicare Advantage plan now. If you are losing coverage, okay, you have a Medicare Advantage plan, you are losing coverage, there's a few different options for you. First, you can take a look to see if there's any other Medicare Advantage plans available for your zip code. Okay, and you're more than welcome to switch to another Medicare Advantage plan. Another option is a Medicare supplement plan that you can switch to, okay, which is different than a Medicare Advantage plan. I have a video that highlights the differences, the pros and cons of Medicare Advantage and Medicare Supplement that you feel free to take a look at. It'll be in a link below this video as well. If you're switching to a Medicare Advantage plan to a Medicare Supplement plan, then they do offer you a guaranteed issue on a plan, depending on when you were first joined Medicare. Okay, so that sometimes there'll be a Plan F or a Plan G that is a guaranteed issue. And if you're in good health, then it's possible you could also get other plans, but you may have to be underwritten. Okay, so those are your two options. Otherwise, you'll lose your coverage. For 2026, you'll just have Medicare Part A and Part B, and you'll probably have some pretty high out-of-pocket costs for 2026. So you definitely want to look into it, pick up another Advantage plan or another Medicare or a Medicare supplement plan. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to us. I'd be happy to take a look and see what plans are best available to you wherever you live. Okay, so that is Medicare Advantage plan changes for 2026. All right, so Medicare supplement plans, we get this question all the time. What is my coverage going to look like for next year for 2026? And for Medicare supplement plans, they don't change. Okay, so there is no open enrollment period for Medicare supplement plans. So you don't need to reevaluate them every year. Your coverage will always be the same. Now, your premiums may increase, but it's not based on a calendar year. That is really just between the insurance companies and where you're located. So the state or zip code that you're located, they may increase their rates, but it's not based on a calendar year. So they may increase their rate some point next year. But again, that varies so greatly that I can't go over that in depth because it just completely depends on where you are and what company you have. But your coverage itself will remain exactly the same. If you feel like your premium is getting too high and you want to reevaluate, you can always look at other companies, see if they have the same plan or a different plan if you want different coverage. And the premiums can be less depending on what company you have. But in most states, it will be underwritten. Okay, so you have to be in relatively good health usually to switch Medicare supplement plans. But you can certainly take a look at that as well. And if you need any help with that, if you want to try to see if there's any plans out there that are a cheaper premium, then let me know. I'd be happy to take a look and see if we can find something better for you. All right, so for Part D, your prescription plans, similar to Medicare Advantage plans, there are quite a few companies that are discontinuing some plans or they're not offering as many plans for 2026 as they were for 2025 or have in the past. So definitely keep an eye out for your annual letter of change again for your prescription plans. It'll notify you if your change is discontinuing or if they're moving you into a different plan or if the premium is changing. Anything along those lines, definitely keep an eye out for it. It's probably worth checking to see if there is a better plan for you for 2026. But again, just make sure you're aware of it, okay? Because there's a good chance that your plan is changing in some form or fashion. As far as the premiums go, there are some plans that we're seeing the premiums go up a little bit. Some are going up a good bit, and some are staying the same. So it really just kind of depends on where you are, what company you have, what plan you have. A couple changes that are occurring for Part D, the deductible is going up to $615 for the year. Now, some companies don't charge the deductible or the full deductible for certain prescriptions. Some plans for Tier 1 prescriptions, they don't charge you the deductible at all. So definitely keep that in mind as well as you're reevaluating and choosing a plan for 2026. Another change that is occurring is the maximum out-of-pocket is going up to $2,100 for 2026. So for 2025, that was $2,000, so it's going up $100 to $2,100 for 2026. So not a huge change there, but it is worth noting. All right. And again, if you need help finding a plan for prescriptions, you can go to medicare.gov, scroll down to the bottom of the page. You'll see a link there. I think it says health and drug plans, find health and drug plans in your area, something along those lines. If you click that, follow the directions, you can input your prescriptions, and it'll pull up the best plan for you for 2026. So definitely take a look at that. All right, so that is a quick update for everything Medicare related in 2026. I hope that you found this helpful, informative. But if you need any assistance, if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to us. Again, it's L&J Till Insurance. Contact information is up on the screen, but we'd be happy to help out in any way that we can. But until next time, hope you guys are doing well.